let's talk about that a little bit, just
Oh yeah,
because
that went into
that's a
official.
new thing.
Yep. Yeah.
I forgot to mention that whenever that's another reason why I feel like trading Chet Holmgren could be an option, because now you can't have, obviously with the anti-tanking rules, these lottery teams is a little scary now. And it makes it harder as far as like trading and acquire players and stuff like that. So do y'all know much about them right now? The rules?
I
Yeah.
haven't read up much on it. You got to fill me
I
in.
have.
So okay, I'm gonna break it down for you. Let me see. Let me get a
So they
summary.
added two. So obviously now it's the two playing teams that lose are now in the lottery. So they went from 14 to 16. Uh, they got a relegation, like obviously like in soccer we know they got a relegation in that I forget. Wait, let me
So it's
see.
the three teams with the worst record
Yeah.
in the league are penalized, receiving only 2 lottery balls each. So instead of having the top 3 or 4 usually have the same odds, which was like, I think this
That's
past
stupid
couple
though.
years.
What if they ask?
So here's
What
the
if they
thing.
just ask?
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
The playoff and play-in teams, teams that miss the playoffs and play-in entirely are rewarded with 3 lottery balls each. So 4, 3, 10, and then teams that fail to advance out of the play-in tournament get 1 to 2 lottery balls. So the team that just missed the playoffs in the play-in gets the same odds as the team that had the worst record in the NBA.
Yeah.
That's
And the
stupid.
teams that were mid, they get the
But we
best
know that's
odds.
stupid.
So
Yeah.
here's another
And
thing.
now go ahead.
Wait, go ahead.
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
and added. No,
So they
go ahead.
penalizing you to be asked. What if you just ask?
so here's the thing. There's also
What if you
there's
just?
rules
It's gonna be
on
a team that got the worst record, right? It's got to
Yeah.
be.
But now they're trying to incentivize. I think they'll probably make some tweaks because some teams might just generally be ass. Like it's gonna be tough, especially like the
Exactly,
Nets
it's
or some
gonna be.
shit.
Yeah.
What
gonna
they're
be
trying to
trash.
do is make teams get more aggressive as far as trading, free agents, just trying to stay competitive. Everybody making moves, right?
But regardless,
And
it's gonna be a team with the worst record. It's gonna be a team with the second worst record.
Absolutely.
yeah.
But they trying to make the
So
worst
why
record
you
like
finna-
20, 25 and 57 instead of it being 14 and
15.
fucking 80.
Yeah.
You
No,
know what I'm
it should
saying?
be something like you
And-
gotta have a certain amount of wins. Like if you got more than 17 wins or more than 20 wins, then you don't lose the extra ball. But if you got under that many wins, then we penalizing you because
So-
they feel like you tank it. Something like
Here's-
that or something. But just
So
to
there's-
penalize them because they asked.
So teams are not allowed to get the number 1 pick in back-to-back years.
In back-to-back years. Or a
No
top 5 pick
team-
in 3 consecutive drafts.
Yes, they can't pick top
That
5.
I can agree with that. I don't think teams should
and
just keep getting
then-
number one, number
And
one,
then
number
here's
one.
the most important part, especially for teams like the Timberwolves and even Milwaukee, who's trying to trade Giannis and shit, right? Traded picks. Whenever you trade, let's say I'm trading my picks to fucking Brooklyn for a random player, and I get their first round pick or something. If let's say I trade Julius Randle to Brooklyn, and I get their first round pick in 2028 or some shit, right? Or 2029, let's say something like that. If Brooklyn has picked in the top 5 in two of those years, that third year, even though that pick comes to me, I don't get that pick in the top 5. So it's kind of like fucking with the trades. So you know how Memphis traded Jaren Jackson to Utah, right?
Mm-hmm.
That Utah pick was supposed to be a really good pick in 2027. Next year it's gonna be like 27. They was projecting it to be the number 1 pick, even though I don't know why. Utah's probably gonna be a solid team next year. That pick, if it falls in the top 5, Memphis don't even get it. Because Utah's picked in the top 5 the last 2 years, right? They picking this year, and then
that's some bullshit. They gotta.
so.
and
they
they
just
picked
made
Mike
shit
Bibby
up.
last year. Yeah,
But I think doesn't it
bullshit. I ain't
change over next year, so it doesn't officially really start factor in this year?
no, it does. I think it definitely
Oh,
factors this
okay.
year.
That's
So-
that's dumb. So teams
That's
like
why it's tough.
if this was the case, like if this rule were passed like like 10 years ago, that OKC won't even have the same team they got right now. They won't be. It's like it's hard.
Spurs
very
wouldn't
hard
either.
for you.
Spurs definitely
Exactly.
wouldn't. That's who wouldn't have
Spurs
the
wouldn't
team.
either.
Because they would
It-
have.
it
They
would be
wouldn't have
very
3 top
hard.
5 picks.
Yeah.
It'd be very hard for you to pick your team, to like put your team together. It'd be very hard if it's like that.
I don't think it's necessarily the thing it's hard. I think it's obviously it's trying to, up the competitive factor, obviously avoid tanking.
But
And
that's
trying
not. That's not going.
what it's doing is it's rewarding winning in a way of obviously the
Yeah,
the
it's
teams that
actually
are still
rewarding
not
you
playing
being
team.
mid.
Yeah.
They
You know what I'm
already
saying?
voted for it, and it's they already voted for it and everything.
This is past. Yeah, this is
Yeah, it's
past.
passed.
it.
Oh
It
wow,
got passed
yeah,
this
that's
week, yeah.
So here's the
fire
thing.
Adam Silver
Here's
ass.
another.
They need to
Here's
fire his
another
ass.
thing I'm gonna tell y'all, and then I'm gonna give y'all another piece
And
of
then
information right on
it
top
starts
of it.
over in 2029, so it starts over in 2029, so it'll run through and then they'll transition
probably
to
try to
potentially a new
change it.
system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
here,
just think all these rules. I think they should just make hefty fines for like, man. Kick
Well,
it the
here's
same
the
way
way,
you
though,
make
I
hefty
think-
fines, man.
Go ahead, Hamza.
so
Go ahead, Hamza.
like you said, the top 3 teams, you can't get rewarded for being the top 3 teams, right? Or the bottom 3 teams, right? Now the middle 4, so 4 through 10, that's what you can be competitive most of the year, but as long as you stay out of that bottom 3, teams might even try to tank between that 4 through 10 spot, right? Once they get towards the end of the season, they like, well, nah, we ain't trying to make the play, and we done got this far. If Adam Silver now has the power to, if he thinks somebody's tanking, you know how Utah was benching their starters for the fourth quarter and whatever. If
Indiana.
anything like that,
Yeah.
Adam Silver has the power to take away that draft pick, fine niggas up to $10 million, and then or reduction of like the lottery odds and stuff like that. And then transferring, like they said, even you could suspend a team executive and stuff like that. So it's, I don't know. I really want to see some drama. That's all I want to see. I ain't gonna lie.
I
That's
think
gonna
this
be
this
shit.
also helps a team like the Spurs in OKC that now you really can't see other teams really kind of retool like how they did.
Exactly. So
Obviously,
so
and that's
you're
the thing
exactly
that's gonna
right.
be tough. It's gonna be
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah, that's
so
what I'm saying.
now,
to put your team together,
And
like a team
yeah.
that like Boston
yeah,
built it off the draft.
yeah, you
and all
can't do that
you know?
again. And also the protections on the picks, you can't add a protection of top 12 through top 15 in trades now either. So
Yeah.
you can't add a protection to your picks, so it changes a lot. And honestly, with the second apron rules playing a factor, it's gonna be interesting how teams shuffle and make moves because draft picks aren't gonna be necessarily worth the same if you a team that's tanking and you want to go get a number a top guy like that,
Yeah, I mean, that's
so
dumb. I
it's
ain't
gonna be
gonna lie.
interesting.
That's dumb as
I
hell.
don't think
man.
it's
Adam
du-
Silver.
I like it. I like it for the competitive balance of the
No,
league. Will it change
That's
things? No.
That's not really gonna make the league competitive. That's just gonna
no,
keep
I
the
agree.
worst teams. The worst teams is just gonna stay bad for a very long
Yeah.
time.
Well,
just-
That's just
it
gonna
just
be.
depends. I think the biggest problem is the transfer of like the top 5 picks and like the back-to-back picks. Because if the team that traded me the pick from last year had the number 1 pick, and I got their pick this year, and they end up with the number 1 pick again, why the fuck I can't get that just because they ended up getting the number 1
Exactly.
pick? Like
That's
I
what I'm
ended up
saying.
getting it through them. That I
How you
think
can't
that's
get
the
that number one
problem.
pick?
And then
No,
the
they're not.
trade problems.
They're
I think
relegated.
here's the problem. I think this makes trading like for players like Giannis and like bigger players, it makes it a lot more complicated because you can't just throw in those picks and say, "Hey, here's a 29 or 33 pick or whatever." Like
Yeah.
you gotta kind of figure out what you're gonna do as far as like teams are not really gonna value draft capital as much as they
Yeah,
normally
I
do
think
in
this-
trades.
This is where depth comes
Yeah,
into play. And
yeah.
I think that's where you got to start trading. I think OKC. That's where you trade a guy like a Casey Wallace to see, hey, what do I go get out there on the market? Or
Yeah.
I don't want to say Casey, maybe Isaiah Joe.
Yeah.
Guys like
Yeah,
that.
like you said, like draft pick is not gonna be worth much no more as far as
Yeah,
like trading for a
Yeah.
superstar player, or even
yeah.
and even teams like the small market teams that's been bad for a long time that cannot track free agents and stuff. It's gonna be hard for
Like
them to just
Minnesota.
be better.
Yep.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be very
Yeah.
hard. Like
It's,
that's
I
I
this
think
is
only thing I agree about it, like you can't have the number one pick back to back years. That I kind of agree, but to penalize the team because
Or
they're
a top
not
5
that
pick.
good,
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
yeah. But to penalize a team because they're not that good, or if I trade and I lose it because they already had a top 5 pick, man, that's bad. Because you gotta let teams develop. Like teams, for instance, like if you look at it now, teams like Boston, they wouldn't have Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and all them. Philly, when they was able to get Embiid and who
Simmons.
else? Ben Simmons and all them. They
Spurs,
won't.
Dylan
They won't.
Harper's,
Tyrese
Spurs,
Castle.
Dylan Harper, Castle,
Well,
Wimby
that's why they put the
won't be
rule,
able to do a
Hassan.
lot
They
of that.
call it the Spurs rule. The top 3 or the top 5 pick in consecutive years is literally called the Spurs rule. So that's and I don't even. It's crazy because last year the Spurs didn't really. Well, they kind of did after Wemby got hurt and what's his name, Darren Fox got
Every
hurt.
team in a sense tank
Yeah.
when you got a generational player coming in. Like if you
Well,
got somebody
no,
that's
no. I'm not even that. I don't think that was the problem. I think it's when y'all ended up with the number 2 pick after, y'all had
after
just got
getting the
number 1 pick and
yeah.
then the number 4 pick, and then y'all tanked at the end of the season to kind of keep a high draft pick. Whenever Wemby and Fox got hurt to end of the
Well,
season.
I
So
mean, it's good it happened. It doesn't happen now. They
yeah, I'm
can't
about to
take the
say
players
it's
away
crazy.
from us.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
helped y'all
Like
They
now.
take the players
they should
from us
take y'all
now.
pick away. I think they should take one of the players off
Shit.
y'all team. You know what I'm saying? I think
I
they should
mean,
take
take
one of
they
the
playoffs.
do
players
that.
off y'all.
You can't do that now. Like shit, it is what it is.
Hey,
Hey,
I
you can't.
wouldn't be
And then-
surprised
Now,
if they put that in there.
I just
now
know
you
this
just
helps.
gotta
This
get
helps
out
my
and
Lakers. Let's
just
say
gotta get
Yeah,
we
man, this is
draft in the
tough.
second round. That's it. That's what this one now. When you able to draft a guy like Jalen Brunson in the second round, and
Yeah,
this when it
these
comes
scouts
in,
gonna have to get to work,
yeah,
boy.
you
Yeah.
gotta
Boy.
cook it.
this
And
this
that's
when they earn
why
their money.
Mark Walters is putting the money in the Lakers, and we're gonna be good.
Now I want to
We're
see
back.
what these trades
Lakers
look
are
like
back.
this offseason, man. Because I
Lakers
think
ain't got
Giannis
Oh
a
yeah,
might.
draft pick
it's
the
gonna be a
next
lot.
10
It's gonna be a
years.
lot of depth. Yeah,
Yeah, because now it's not
and
about.
I think OKC gets off them picks now too, because them
Yeah,
picks
so
become useless at this
OKC
point now.
might trade and get some players. You know what I'm saying? Say
Yeah.
fuck it,
With
fuck them
that,
picks.
With that, they might fuck around and go get Giannis now if the draft is like that.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck, that ain't
But here's
no,
the
like,
problem
this
though:
is
if you're a
pointless.
team like Milwaukee, you can't do shit with them picks. You know what I'm saying? If
You can't
With good-
rebuild. Yeah,
yeah,
you
like
about to be Milwaukee about to be trash for a very long time.
yeah, they're gonna have to figure
If
out a
this-
way to. It's crazy because if
They're
you're
gonna be
ass
trash.
right now,
they're gonna be
you're
mid.
probably gonna be
You're
ass for
gonna
at least the
be
next few
You know,
years.
they're gonna be
The
be
next
ass
3
for
4 years.
especially
So
till they restart it in 2029. So the next 3
their
years.
best bet now is to get Giannis happy. Just give him whatever. Like we want
Nah,
you here,
nah,
bro.
he's-
Like
he's
what we
gone.
gotta do.
He's
What
gone.
we gotta do.
But I
That's
think-
their best bet because you can't get back-to-back first round pick. You can't get 3 top 5 picks in 3 years. You can't do that. You can't like shit.
You know who I'm happy
That's-
for though, guys? The Hornets are about to get a number 1 pick again, and they're gonna be in
can
there.
I imagine? They still gonna lose
The
in the
Hornets gonna
play,
get the
and then
number
they
one
gonna
pick.
get a number 1
They-
pick. Well, they can't get it back.
No, they can't do back to back. Yeah.
Hornets gonna get a
But
number 1 pick. They're gonna draft Adam Morrison again.
Hey,
Nah, I'm interested to see, man. We're gonna get out of here, man. I feel like this gonna start
gonna be
looking
fun.
bad.
It's
real
gonna be
soon,
fun.
man.
Yeah.
You gonna see teams like players gonna get passed around because they just gonna have to trade to try to get better. You're gonna see a lot more trades, which might make the trade deadline a little more fun. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, you got
think
you got
off-season's-
this, and then in the second April, it's about to throw a wrench in the league now.